guys?
Yeah. It's getting late, that's why.
All right, wrestling fans, we're back at WrestleCon highlighting some of the beautiful ladies on the independent wrestling scene, and we're here right now with Mandy Leon, Deonna Porrazo, yes. I got it right, and take your pick, Laurel Van Ness, Chelsea Green. Chelsea, let me start with you. Good to see you finally got the wedding dress off.
For a little bit, it's coming back on.
I figured it was. I was going to ask these ladies who trained them and where they got their start, but I know Lance Storm trained you. Tell me about learning to wrestle under Lance.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, there's nothing that he doesn't know how to do. So when I got in the ring, I did not even know how to lock up. He literally taught me from the ground up, and I continue to go back to him. I went back to him last month. I'll go back to him probably next month. He's always teaching me something new, and it's funny how you learn things, and then as you go on wrestling and get a little bit better or a little bit more experience, those things come back and you remember the things that he taught you that start to make sense.
Sure, sure. I know that you were on Tough Enough.
Yep.
Tell me about your experience there.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the toughest things I've ever done. But it was also amazing to be surrounded by the divas and the superstars at the Performance Center. So I had a lot of fun. I loved it. It was tough, though.
Do you stay in contact with any of the other contestants?
Yeah, I do. Sarah Lee, she won.
Yeah,
and
right.
she actually, right now, is pregnant just about to have a baby.
Oh,
so
wow.
I keep in touch with her, and of course ZZ. I love ZZ. And then everybody else, we talk because we lived in a house. It's like they're your family, right?
Sure, absolutely.
But everybody's so busy because a lot of those people are at the Performance Center right now working for NXT.
Sure, absolutely. I'm going to get over to Deonna. Deonna, tell me a little bit about why you wanted to be a professional wrestler and where you got your start.
I wanted to be a professional wrestler my whole life. I was 9 when I told my parents, like, I'm going to be a WWE diva one day. So it had always been a thing to me to go to OVW and to train with Rip Rogers because at that time, when I was that young, that was WWE developmental.
Right.
And so I started training when I was 18 with Damian Adams, who is trained by Rip Rogers. So I've actually gone to OVW and taken seminars with Rip and taken classes there. So it's a really full circle feeling.
I go way back with Rip Rogers, great guy. Who'd you look up to when you were young, and who'd you want to be like in the women's wrestling world?
I wanted to be Trish Stratus, hands down. I think everyone did.
Right? So I don't have to ask that question to everybody, Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
Have you got a chance to meet Trish, I'm sure?
No, I have.
No.
We've talked a little bit like on Twitter, back and forth a bit, but like I've never been in the same place with her, really. So.
Oh, she was at WrestleCon last year. You just missed her.
Yeah.
I never saw her at WrestleCon last year.
Yeah, she was here.
That's heartbreaking.
They were like in a corner, her and Lita.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So Mandy, tell us a little bit about your background. How'd you get in the wrestling business?
You want me to hold the mic?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Just don't block your lips. I made the mistake of that yesterday.
All right.
You need a mustache.
I know, right? We should put you should do that. You should put a mustache on here. Sorry, okay, ADD. So I got my start in professional wrestling. My mom was a huge fan when she was younger, and I watched with her. I wasn't that into it. She was into Hulk Hogan, Razor Ramon. I didn't get too into it until I started seeing the women's wrestling. Like you said, Trish and Lita, and the girls like that, Chyna, the wrestler, you know, those were the girls that inspired me the most. And I knew right away I wanted to do it, whether it was spending hours watching it, hours making your characters on the video games, you know, things like that. And I saved up all the money that I could. I went to the Ring of Honor dojo. I got my training there from Delirious, the head trainer, and I was blessed enough to be in a home base like Ring of Honor that gave me the exposure I could get and the experiences that I can get. And we had our first match together in the Ring of Honor, yeah. So the first Women of Honor match. So it's been a blessing. It's awesome.
All right, well, all you three give the fans a place where they can follow you on Twitter, Instagram.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at MandyLeonXO, on Instagram at MandyLeon.
You can follow me at Deonna Porrazo on Twitter and on Instagram.
Or follow Rip Rogers, and Rip Rogers will put her over every other day.
And you can follow me on Twitter at ImpactLVN and on Instagram, Chelsea A. Green.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.